Linguistic stylistics and literary stylistics. The difference. Linguistic stylistics and literary stylistics are similar but distinct areas of stylistics. While literary stylisticians refuse to accept the logic of stylistics postulated by linguistic stylisticians, linguistic stylisticians believe that their logic of stylistics is more plausible and all-encompassing comparative to that of literary stylisticians. The rest of this article addresses the differences that exist between linguistic stylistics and literary stylistics. Linguistic stylistics. Linguistic stylistics is an area of stylistics that is concerned with the analysis of the use of language as well as the context in which language is used. In simpler terms, linguistic stylistics looks at how people make use of language, and their existing context that dictates how people use language. Now take for example, a 16-year-old boy will most likely talk to an elderly person with respect and modesty. A formal tone can easily be deduced from the teenager's use of language, and a carefully thought-out selection of words will most likely be employed. On the other hand, if the same teenager is in a conversation with someone around their age, especially a friend of theirs, they are most likely to use very informal lexical items as well as some harmless derogatory expressions. Basically, a teenager's conversation with someone around their age will differ from their conversation with a person who is more advanced in age. However, another factor that must be taken into consideration is the relationship that exists between their interlocutors. For instance, the teenager might be very familiar with the elderly person such that the elderly would not mind the teenager addressing him or her as he would someone around his age. This is what linguistic stylistics is concerned with. It looks at how words are specifically used and the appropriate contexts in which they are used, not excluding the role relationships that exists between the interlocutors involved. In carrying out a linguistic stylistic analysis, the researcher often makes use of some linguistic categories to analyze the use of language under study, such as graphology, where the orthography of written expressions are examined, lexicology, where words peculiar to the field of discourse are being examined, syntax, where everything involved in the formation of sentences in the discourse is being examined, etc. Literary stylistics. Literary stylistic, on the other hand, is of the opinion that stylistic analysis is reserved only for literary works. Literary stylisticians have for long argued that linguistic stylistics is far from the truth, as it does not qualify to be classified as an area of stylistics. Mind you, linguistic stylistics also regards analysis of literary texts as part of linguistic stylistics, since it examines any instance of language use and its context of use. Literary stylistics, however, considers only literary works as being deserving of stylistic analysis. The reason being that literary works are imbued with stylistic qualities, aestheticism, a refined work of art having enthralling mysteries that surround its creation. Literary works are stylistically analyzed, usually by dissecting the works under scrutiny to unravel their mysteries, and how they contribute to the overall look and feel as well as quality of literary works. This ranges from the writer's choice of words, arrangement of words, figures of speech, figures of sound used in the text, etc. It usually is only interested in what a literary work has to offer on the face value without necessarily checking for its intended or perceived meaning. So linguistic stylistics and literary stylistics are related but distinct areas of stylistics. 1. Linguistic stylistics is concerned with the analysis of any instance of language use as well as the context in which it is used, while literary stylistics examines only literary works, scrutinizing them for the elements that work together to form the overall aesthetic qualities of a literary work. See you soon.